Okay. Uh, all of my good friends, you are welcome to Son Mok again. Son Mok, that the Garden of Liberation. You know Garden of Liberation?
Yes.
That means you have to liberate your mind. And then your mind get free from all. When I mention about all, that means everything. No exception. So, today I plan to talk with you with the Dhamma. When I mention Dhamma, Dhamma just only the given name, that the name that the man made. So I would like to listen from you, from your experience. What do you mean when you heard about the word Dhamma? Wawa?
You know,
When you heard about Dhamma, because this word we use all over the world. People try to translate this word to some other languages, but we cannot make it. We still use this word for Dhamma. D-H-A-M-A. D-H-A-M, Dham. M-A, Dhamma. What's that mean from your perception, from your understand?
wait,
Pardon?
wait.
Way. Dhamma is way. Okay. How about John?
Short answer or long answer?
Short. In short. We don't need long answer. Maybe we have to talk all day.
Dhamma for me, this is slightly longer than short.
Yeah, from your perception that you are free.
Dhamma for me, I first become aware of the word Dhamma from Sanatana Dhamma in doing yoga. Nothing to do with the politics these days of that term. But Sanatana Dhamma means like eternal religion. But I understood from this, even just innately, I could see that in this there is a truth, that through your consciousness and awareness of all those things that support your sense of I, that is the food, your social relationships, there are values attached to this, and there are experiences, and there's a value range of experiences, and then the more you assess these values and the experiences, that you come to understand that there is a right way to life. And to me, that's innate in every human being to know. But in the Buddhist tradition, they have a particular approach to it. So for me, I think the right way to life, and I think that resonates with what Buddhadasa said a few evenings back in an audio recording where with Shandikaro, where they talked about Buddhism, Buddha Dhamma, and the other one was Brahmacharya. I don't know if I got the pronunciation right, but Brahmacharya, which means...
Oh, Brahmachari.
Brahmachari, which means supreme
Oh,
commitment.
Brahmachan.
Brahmachan?
Brahmachan, this means holy life or the clean or and holy.
One translation by Shandikara, just one, not the only one, was supreme commitment. And to me that encompasses both relative truth and absolute truth. That the idea there is this supreme commitment, there is an order to one's life, not just chaos.
That's a very long answer.
That was the short answer.
Okay, that's short for you. Okay, very good. Very good, because you have read a lot of books. You listen to many lectures about Dhamma, especially Buddhadasa talking every day about Dhamma. How about Viola?
So I will try to make a short answer.
Yes, the short
because
word.
Actually, as also Buddhadasa is saying, but I've been reading also, there are more than 30 possibility of translation about Dhamma. So in the Western country, they try to translate it. They found more than 40 words for
Oh,
defining the Dhamma. But actually, I would say, by my experience, what I would say about Dhamma in a very short way is the law of nature. Is the law of nature. It's a kind of being in contact with what is tata, or what is as it is, you know?
Tata. Tata.
Tata.
Tata.
Yeah, as it is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a kind of law of nature which is there, but we are not in contact with that. So we are kind of, a bit on the surface because we lost this contact with the law of nature. So Dhamma is a kind of very simple, but also very complex. Somehow law of nature, which brings us to liberation somehow, to be out, to be behind suffering.
Okay. And how about you?
Me? Because I study Buddha, study my heart many years.
That we would like to know the meaning of Dhamma from your perception.
Dhamma is for me, I want to study my heart.
Oh, okay. Study my heart.
Yes.
Study your heart. That's
Yes.
that's the meaning of Dhamma.
Yeah. Because before why I study my heart? Because my heart all time is lost its good feeling. Sometimes it's lost no good feeling. So why my heart is lost good feeling? Why my heart is not bad feeling? So I study maybe 3 years.
So
study my heart.
the meaning of Dhamma, you mean your heart. Your heart knowledge. That means you have learned from your heart. Oh, okay. Heart knowledge. Okay. Heart knowledge. Again, I would like to tell you about Zen Buddhism. That the day that before Bodhidharma, that's a monk from India, went to Japan, and then he has been teaching for many years before he left China, and he would like to know how much Dhamma that his disciple knows or understand. So he asked, "Did you read that story?"
I don't think so.
You have to find. That's very good answer. So there are many answers from his disciple. The first one, he said, Dhamma is nature. So he said, you can get my skin from outside. If you say Dhamma is nature, you know nature or natural. And then the other one said, Dhamma is sunyata. Sunyata, this means empty. And he said, you can get my bone. That's deeper. And the other one said, Dhamma is the way of life. And he said, you can get my inner bone. And then the last one, stand up and smile. And then he take a seat. No words. He said, you take all my life. That's the end. Can you get it?
Yes.
So
More or less.
the last answer, that means you cannot say in any words. Dhamma, when you reach it, you cannot talk, you cannot speak out in words. You see, but you know. And then that's mean we call what? Enlightened. When you reach enlightened, that you cannot say any words. When you say empty, that's not Rian Dhamma. Rian Dhamma, that means you cannot say any even the words empty. You know that. That the highlights of the Dhamma meaning. But here we would like to talk about the Dhamma if you read Voi Lang or Huang Po, and you will know that Huang Po and Voi Lang will go to the empty mind. He will mention about the empty mind. That means he said the empty mind. That means that mind that's this happen in nature, not the mind that the man made. It's going like that forever. So we have problem because we try to make it. We try to to make the story. You see that? So in the world, there's no story. In China, one story is he said that they want to record the history of China, of Chinese history, and then about all of the people who know about the history of China, that they want to write about the Chinese history. They came and they have the meeting for 3 months. Until the end, they can say only three things. Only the man born, the man live, and the man die. That's the end. That's the history of China. You know that. The other thing that's man-made. So many things. That's only natural phenomena. Okay. And then come back to Dhamma that we are going to discuss today for practice, for better living. I would like to say that from Buddhadasa, he mentioned, and Buddhadasa talk about the meaning of Dhamma, and he compare with the Christianity, the same thing, but he translate in different way. Buddhadasa said in 4 meanings of Dhamma. I think you heard about this, or you have read about some books. Number 1, nature. When we mention nature, I would like to ask John, what is nature mean?
Well, you see,
You see, we have problem with the word.
See, in Western philosophy, in particular Greek, or is now actually Latin theology, there's 2 phrases: natura naturata, natura naturans. Natura naturata, if you think of a tree, refers to a noun, a form, a thing, whereas natura naturans refers to the movement alone, the process.
You see.
So one captures the thing, one captures a process. So often when we think of nature, we generally think of things, because they're concrete things we can see, smell even. But the deeper understanding of the word in nature, because there's two versions, natura naturata, natura naturans, and it's very important from an artistic point of view because you can capture the abstraction in the so-called concrete visual world. You see the abstraction of the movement, of the cycle of nature, and it's also scientific. You see a process.
Okay.
You see a pattern. So
and then I would like to share with you this, because I have read a book that's written by the people from the West, and he wrote what? Nature and man. That means you separate man from nature. But the real meaning that for me that I have seen, nature just means everything, no exception. Even the man is in nature. So man and nature you cannot separate, because man is nature. Like you mentioned about law of nature. So law of nature control everything. So here I would like to share with you, nature that means all. When I say all, that I mentioned no exception. Concrete and abstract. That means body and mind. That's nature. Birds, trees, or earth, or air, or anything. That's nature. You see that? If you reach nature, that means you reach the state of enlightenment. That you are nature. You are not separate from nature. You are not out of nature. That's nature. So that's the first meaning. So nature that you can see from your sight from outside. That the sight from eyes, the sound from ears, that's all nature. And all natures that we were talking yesterday. All nature have to follow the law. The law of nature that's controlled by three characteristics. That number one, change.
Anicca.
Change and anicca and
Anicca.
dukkha and
Dukkha.
anatta again. That's the law of nature. That's law of nature. Control everything is going like this all the time. If you know this law, for what purpose? If you know the law, you only know for knowing sake. That's not good for living. So you have to know, and then you have to know everything moving and change. So you cannot attach, you cannot hold it. Even our body, our life, that's still moving in the law of nature. You see that? And again, not only this law, the law like in science, like what? Action equal a reaction, action and reaction, or that's the law of cause and effect. So everything is going like this. So in Pali we call paccaya or paccay. So everything has to come from the cause and effect. It's going like this. Can you see that? That's the law of nature. So that you are sitting now, that's the cause. If you sit very long and you feel pain because of sitting, you see, the cause and effect will happen like this. If you put the hand on the floor, very soft, so the sound come very soft. If you make it hard, so the sound come very hard. That's the law of cause and effect, or action and reaction is going like that. So everything is going like this forever. And the third meaning that we call duty to the law of nature. That means we come back to the man that we name this natural phenomena as a man. So the duty of the man, or duty of all phenomena, have to follow the law of nature. If you don't follow, you will get suffering. You cannot fight, you cannot change. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. This control the world forever. Lord Buddha said, he happened to the world or not, but this thing happened before. So the Lord Buddha got enlightened because he have seen this law from nature. It happened there before Lord Buddha. You see that? That anicca, dukkha, anatta, not Lord Buddha made it. It happened in nature forever. So when Lord Buddha know this, and then he followed the law, and then he get free from suffering. Can you see that? So number one, nature, this means everything or all. So two, law of nature. Three, duty to the law of nature. And four,
Four is
the result or the reward from your doing your duty. If you do the right duty, and then the peace will come, no suffering. If you do the wrong duty, and then you will get suffering. These four meanings. And again, you come back to the Christianity that they try to explain. What is nature? Here, the Buddha Dasa compare with God. God, that's nature. That everything God creates from God. You see that? So in Buddhism, that Buddha Dasa tries to explain dhamma, this means nature, that natural phenomena, no one made it. It's happened like this forever. No God, no human, because human just only we made, we call a human, but in fact human is nature also. So nature, this natural phenomena is happen like this. And then, so number one in Christianity they call God, that God create everything, and God is in everything. You know, in this God in here, in there, in you, in me, and in the tree or everywhere. So that's the same meaning when you try to explain about God. That it depends you understand the meaning of the God in what? Narrow or in what? The open meaning. You see that? And then two, that the Buddha Dasa said, Dhamma is the law of nature. So in Christianity, what do they call? That's the spirit. The spirit of the God. The spirit, that means the law of nature. And the third is the sun. The sun. So the sun have to follow the spirit of God. And then you will get the reward. You see, that four meanings again. So the same thing, but the explanation will go in the different way. You see that? Like I will show you about one thing. Like they try to explain about the natural phenomena. That the science called H2O. H2O. That's natural phenomena. That's hydrogen and oxygen. And for British, we call water. They call water. But in your country, you call some other words. In German, in Deutsch, they call Wasser. In Thai, we call water. You see? So that's only natural phenomena. So I ask you, when we call water, or that's in science, they use hydrogen and oxygen put together. And if you separate hydrogen and oxygen, no more water. So I will ask you, water is there or water is not there?
Water is there.
So we cannot say water is there or not there. Water is there when hydrogen and oxygen put together. If you separate, no more water. So that's the law of nature is going like that. Oh. ไปไอ้เตี้ยไปไอ้เตี้ยไปไอ้เตี้ยไป Okay. And now I think that's enough for we try to explain to you. So the other meanings that Buddha Dasa tried to explain about the Dhamma meaning, and he bring from the Buddha teaching. What's that? Dhamma, only one word. Rice. R-I-G-H-T. Rice. And rice not opposite with wrong. Rice, that means it's going by the law of nature. You cannot go away from the law of nature. Rice not opposite with wrong. Right and wrong, that human made. But rice by nature is going like that. You see that? So, Buddha mentioned about 8 phone paths that come to the way that we can practice now. 8 phone paths. Do you know 8 phone paths? What are they? Number 1, right view. John? What is right view?
Right view.
Right view and right thoughts.
Right thoughts.
And right speech.
Speech.
And right
Action.
Action. Effort.
right right conduct.
Right conduct.
Right conduct. Right livelihood. Right effort. And right mindfulness. And right right meditation.
Sati.
Sati and samadhi, that's meditation. So that's
Right
8.
samadhi.
That's 8 phone paths. So the most important is right view and right conduct. Oh no, right view and right thoughts. Right view and right thoughts, that's the wisdom. So come first. So you have to know what are you going to do. What is the meaning of right view? Okay, I will show you. What is suffering from your view? Where is suffering?
The Four Noble Truths. I mean, if you understand the Four Noble Truths,
Yo, of course. No, but what is suffering? In what? In brief, in short, John. Suffering.
I'm trying to think of an example in my life.
You don't explain very long. You make it short.
Right view.
Yes.
For example,
After this, I will show you in the spiritual theater.
right view.
Wrong view and right view.
I can't separate it from right conduct, right view. I find it difficult.
No, right view and right thoughts. That's the wisdom. Right conduct. That's
For example,
morality.
avoiding judging.
right conduct. That your morality, your living. That you have to do. You have to act as a good person.
For example, avoiding making judgments about what someone else is doing because you may not know why the full context for what they're doing, and your judgments also affect you as well. Like for example, if it's negative. So to be very careful with judgment or forming a view about something external to you. So these kind of thoughts as well. For example, because we're a part of nature, there is desire. In our sense, in our contact with the sense world, there is also it is being met with desire. So, observing the emotion, observing the desire, for example, and so, is it the right kind of desire? Is it a good desire, or is it a desire that may lead to further perturbation that is not peaceful, not conducive to a positive state of mind?
So I would like to say in short or in brief,
My apologies.
Right view, when we mentioned about the right view of suffering, it happens in two ways. Number one, suffering from the physical or your body, the physical suffering. And number two, you have suffering from the mind. The physical, that you get suffering from the environment. And then you will know that you are in suffer because of environment, like the heat. And then that you will get the feeling and report to the brain that I mentioned yesterday, that you can see the right view from your flesh eye. You can see it that by your nervous system. And the right view, number two, at the mind suffering because the mind, not peaceful mind. That's the mind shaking, the mind not stable. That means your mind, get the emotion to disturb your mind. That's the suffering. You see, when you have the positive feeling that your mind not stable, your mind not peaceful, that's suffering. That's the meaning of right view of the suffering. So we are emphasized on the suffering of the mind because we know that the suffering of the body, that's only the brain perceive or the perception of the brain only. But the problem of suffering is come from the mind. So I would like to show you about the equation. You understand equation? Equation. Okay. Problem or suffering equal C. You know C? C letter. In the bracket, E minus A.
Energy.
No. A
Yeah.
minus
A.
no. No.
Alpha.
E minus A. E, that means expectation,
Expectation.
not energy. Okay. What is P? P, problem or suffering. And then what is C? C, concern. You know concern?
So,
Concern. What is E?
expectation.
Expectation. What is A? Actual.
I'm sure.
Actual. So if E equal A, what happened?
It should be.
If E equal A,
Should be.
like 3 minus 3, 0.
Should be neutral.
Yeah. So there's no problem. Okay? And even C. If C is 0, what happened? C.
See, what does it mean?
Concern.
Concern. Okay.
That means you deal with that thing. If you don't deal with that thing, there's no problem at all. You see that? That means you have I, that's the ego. C, that means ego to concern with the environment. If no I, no ego, no problem. So we'll see 0, what happened? If C 0, 0 multiple with the other number is 0. So no problem. So the problem come from the ego. And where is the ego come from?
The body.
Come from ignorance. Ignorance, because you don't know the truth that we try to explain about the truth. That's the right view that we have to see what the real problem that come from the ego. This means if you try to explain about what the meaning of rice, you see, that means you have to see that thing rice. When we say rice, that means that thing happen as it be. Like when we mention about suffering, that means the suffering of the mind that you mentioned about the mind or the heart. The heart and the mind are different. The heart is here, but the mind is not the heart. But when you mention the heart, that you mean the mind, right? Okay. So
What is the mind?
the mind that we were discussed yesterday.
No, where is it?
The mind is
Everywhere.
everywhere in the body. But in those days, if you study that, the yogi in India, they try to find where is the mind, and then they explain that the mind is stay above your abdomen. That's the point that the mind stay there when you do meditation. That the mind is there. You know that when you were in the womb of your mother, and then where did you get the food and everything from your mother that come from the abdomen? You see that the Indian yogi think that the mind is there, but you cannot find the mind, because the mind is working, but the whole life that is happened. But the mind that we cannot see, that you can see the mind from the function that I mentioned yesterday. You cannot see it.
Yes, but somebody also is saying that the mind is behind the heart. Behind
Behind the mind?
No, behind the heart.
Oh no, the heart.
Yes,
That's
the heart is functioning as a heart because it's a muscle, but behind there is a kind of power of the heart.
Oh, that's the explanation. Okay.
There is no.
He can explain, but I think it's reasonable that the yogi in India try to explain that's from the abdomen, because you can connect to your mother from what you call that the colon from the abdomen to your mother, to the womb. You see that? John, can you understand?
Yeah.
But it's a kind of question still.
Yeah, okay, that's okay.
It's an open question.
You don't know where is the mind, but we can we can control the mind, we can develop the mind. But yesterday we were talking about this for a long time, about the mind functions and how to control the mind. That we use what? Anapanasati to develop the mind and control the mind. You see that? So no need to know where is the mind, but we can see from the functions that we can control it. Okay, so the right view. Okay, I will show you as a very simple explanation. One day I went to my garden before the sunset. That means it's going to dark now at that time. And then I went to the garden with my friend. And my friend really afraid of the ghost. You know the ghost? Ghost, John. The ghost. My friend afraid of the ghost when the dark comes. And then I went to the garden at that time, before the sun almost set. And then he looked on the palm tree, you know palm tree? The palm tree leaves. He saw the palm tree like a ghost because the leaf of the palm tree is moving when the wind blows. It's moving like this, and he said, "That's the ghost." And then he take my hands, try to run away. And he said, "Stop! I would like to see. Where is the ghost? Because all of my life I never see the ghost." John, have you ever seen the ghost in your life?
No.
Viola, have you ever seen the ghost? But only the words, I never see it. Boa,
Normally we feel it, we don't see it.
You feel?
We cannot see the
One
ghost.
time.
We can feel it. It's the presence in the air, Somebody say it's something that you can feel because maybe they move things and you cannot see the ghost, but they are moving. Maybe sometimes you see things moving. But some people told me, actually this experience.
Buddhist people, they will not believe. They have to believe when they think that you can prove. If you cannot prove, you don't believe it. You can listen. You can listen to the explanation like that. But I don't believe it because I never see the ghost. Even I stay in the graveyard at the night time. That I put my umbrella and stay there overnight, and then I try to talk to the ghost. I say, "Okay, you come, and I would like to talk with you. I would like to know what happened after you pass away." You see, no, I never see any ghost at all.
They never come.
No,
How many days did you spend in the cemetery?
one month. Sometimes I stay in the graveyard.
Oh, 1 month.
I never see it.
Okay.
The whole thing that from the mind they create so many things.
Yeah.
The mind, not the ghost. Okay, come on. And then I stopped him because he would like to pull my hand and go and run away. And I said, "Stop!" And then I have torch, a flashlight, and I make the light, and I point to that
Leaf.
palm tree leaves, and he said, "Okay, can you see the ghost?" But no, that's not the ghost. That's only palm tree leaves. And why he looked the palm tree leaf as a ghost? That's the question. Why?
Because he has a lot of fear inside.
Yes, and
because he has beliefs, kind of belief.
yes, and what time at that time?
What?
What is the time?
Darkness, don't see.
Yeah, because the darkness is coming now.
Yeah.
So the darkness, he cannot see the real.
Oh, yeah.
You see that? That's not the right view because of the darkness. So when you have flashlight, that means you have the light. So when you have the right wisdom, then you can see the right view. If your wisdom you don't have right wisdom, you cannot see the right view at all. So you have to develop your wisdom to see it. That from your meditation that can help you see that. So the right view, if you mentioned about in Four Noble Truths, you will see that's about the suffering and the cause of suffering and the end of suffering and the way how to get away from suffering. And you see that Lord Buddha mentioned about what is the meaning of suffering. And he say about you have to know the suffering that I mentioned, the suffering that we will go to the mind suffering, not body suffering. Body suffering, that's not that by nature that report to the brain, but the mind that's come from the ego, that's come from the ignorance. So Lord Buddha will say, if you don't know the truth, when your eyes see the sights, and then you will create what? The emotion. The emotion will disturb your mind, and your mind will not in peace. That means you lack of mindfulness and right wisdom. You don't know the truth outside, something like that. So that means your mind not stable. When you get in touch or contact with environment, your mind shaking, like fears or what? Feeling great, feeling bad, feeling good, something like that. That means you still have that feeling with your mind. Your mind will go to positive or negative, not neutral that we were talking yesterday. Remember? So if you have mindfulness with right wisdom, your mind will get free from environment. That means you are not in suffering stage, John. You see that? So I explained the words about suffering. That means your mind not in the peaceful mind. Why? Because of the emotion. If without emotion, that your mind will in peaceful. John, understand that? So that's the way to stop the suffering here. Lord Buddha, he said, what are you going to do with the mind when your mind have suffering? What are you going to do with the mind when your mind have suffering at that time?
Check the breathing.
Check the breath.
Lord Buddha said, you have to observe. Observe the mind. When you observe, the mind will calm down. Because when you observe, that means your thinking will stop. See that? You observe and then your mind will calm down. And then after that, the mind will create problem again. So you have to go to the cause of the problem in Noble Truths. You have to go to the cause of the problem. So, what is the cause of the problem? What is the cause of suffering? You see?
Ignorance.
In Noble Truths, Lord Buddha said about desire or what? Or tanha. You know tanha, how to to translate into English?
Is clinging.
Attachment.
No. Tanha, that means like desire. I think they have some other words like lust or defilement.
Kilesa.
Kilesa. You see, that's the lust. Or that's when we say tanha, that means greed, anger, or
Passion.
Defilements.
defilement. Okay, that's defilement. And then Lord Buddha said, how to do with that? When you see the cause of the problem, or the cause of the suffering. How to do with it? How? You know the cause of suffering that you say about ignorance, that the origin of everything. All suffering come from ignorance, and ignorance creates desire. Ignorance creates defilements. If you have right knowledge, no more defilements, no more suffering. Okay? How? What are you going to do with the defilements? You see?
Right.
The Lord Buddha said you have to do with it. Suffering you have to observe. And the cause of suffering you have to
Observe.
to
remove.
very good word. To remove from it. You don't go with it. You have to remove. When you remove, that means suffering will go down. And that's the way. How to remove it? Remove temporary or remove permanent?
Permanent.
Permanent, how to make it? You use what?
Meditation. Mindfulness.
Understand the nature of suffering.
Mindfulness is the way to be to understand what is happening in the moment that is.
How to get away from suffering? Lord Buddha mentioned to the eightfold paths again. Come back to eightfold paths. That means right view, right thoughts, right speech, and right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, and right mindfulness, and right meditation or concentration. Okay. You see? So, the practice, we have to make it clear about the eightfold paths. And then you have to follow. So, eightfold paths, Lord Buddha used only one word about rights. Or they use in Pali, samma. Did you hear about samma? All samma. Samma does mean rights. That means 8 rights. You see? You know rights? Rights here, that means you have to do it right. Rights, that means will not create any problem to anyone, to any person, to anything. That's by nature. Rights by nature, not right by human. John?
Right.
Right. R-I-G-H-T.
Rights.
Mm.
Okay. R-I-G-H-T.
And then I would like to come to the right speech. What is the right speech? So here in eightfold paths is come from perception. You know perception. We call sila. Perception, the sila. And then samadhi or concentration. And the last one, panya, that means wisdom. Huh? Yeah. So panya or wisdom, that's from right view and right thoughts. And right speech, right conduct. Right speech, that's right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, that's sila or perception. Perception that you have to do it for morality level, that you have to live with the other people. You have any question, John? Right speech, right conduct, right livelihood. See that?
That means morality.
Yeah, morality or perception. Oh no, precepts.
Okay.
Precept. And then right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. That's for the mind. Samadhi. So panya or wisdom, and then sila and samadhi. Yeah. You understand that, Bon?
Sila, morality.
Sila, that's morality. That's from right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, and right right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, and
Right action is
no.
there is a right action in
Ah.
right livelihood. Right speech, right conduct,
right
view.
right speech, right conduct, right effort. No. Right livelihood only. Only three. Wisdom only two and three for sila or conduct or morality, and then the other three is for mind, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. That's for that's mind study. So we study the wisdom, we study the morality, we study the mind. So that's three things. So we'll come back to right view and right thoughts. I would like to tell you what is right thoughts from the explanation of Lord Buddha.
What is right thoughts?
Right thoughts.
Right thoughts.
Yeah, right thoughts. THOUGH. In practice, you have to do it. You know the word nekama. Nekama. You know this word. What's that?
Kama.
Nekama.
Nekama? No, I know
Clean
kama.
thoughts.
Huh?
Clean. No.
No. Nekama means you have to go away from sex. When we say sex, it doesn't mean intercourse. It's sex come from your mind. That means from your desire. Sex with what? With the sight that you see, the sound that you hear. You see that five sex.
So lust.
Senses.
Lust.
The lust
Senses.
of the senses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Lust through the senses.
5 senses or 6 senses. That's sex when we mention of that. And Lord Buddha said, in right thoughts, that means you have to go away from that.
Nakkama.
Pardon?
I think you said nakkama. Lust.
Lust, yeah, you have to go away from it. How to get away from it? When we mention about sex, what does the sex mean?
So you're saying sex.
Yes, sex.
You just before you said you
Senses.
described it as lust, like
Lust,
one-
sex is.
it's a kind of addiction to a sense object, and you want to connect with it and hold on to it.
Okay, I will ask you. When we heard about sex, you think man and woman, or even you stay alone, can you have sex? You see, because sex not
Physical.
not physical. It comes from the
mental.
mind. Yeah, you are right. Come from the mind. The mind.
Starts with
Even you
lust.
stay alone in the cave in the forest, you still have that sex feeling. You see that? So the Buddha said you have to go away from it. So to make a new baby, that's not sex. You can make in the tooth. You know that? In the tooth, you can put sperm and ovum in because the tooth, the tooth. Okay, tooth.
Test tube.
Yeah, test tube. Yeah, you can make a child from there. That's not the sex. So you have to understand about sex and reproduction, not the same thing. So sex comes from the mind. See that? And again, by physical is we have hormone and the sexual organ. That's by nature. That will force you to reproduction also. That by instinct. You know about instinct? What are the instincts?
Natural drives.
That's the basic of all living things. That the nature put instinct to the living things, and that instincts can make all living being selfish. You know that? Selfish. But the basic selfish for survival at the beginning. But all natural resources, all animals, all trees, but they're living by instincts only. They will not develop anymore. But in human, we have instinct and then we develop our wisdom. And then we have problem now because we develop wisdom and we use wisdom to serve instincts. So Lord Buddha said, you have to control and get free from instinct. If you serve instinct, and what happens? You will have more selfish, and you will have more aggressive. You will more problem. You will have more problem. You see that? So human different from the other living beings because we have the big brain and we can develop our wisdom. All animals, they stop there. They're living by their instincts. So we have problem with the education now in the world because of the way that we develop our wisdom to serve what? To serve instincts. And then we have more selfish than all animals. So that's the wrong way of education. So Lord Buddha said that you have to go away from sex. When I mention sex, that mean you have to go away from lust. You know that? And sex come from number one, come from the instinct. But if you get free from instinct, then you can control it. You can get free from it because by instinct that you have what? The nervous system, and you have sex organ, you have what? The sex drive also. Why? What is the psychologist of American that he said about sex drive?
About what?
Huh?
About what?
Sex drive. That he said that all human behaviors come from sex drive.
Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud. You see, Sigmund Freud said all behavior of human is come from sex drive.
It's not American, it's Austria.
But he lived in America.
After the war.
Yeah. He's Austrian. Yeah. He's I think medical doctor. That's Freud said. So Freud, he is right only one, only one what? Very little, not all about sex drive. So not all behavior that's come from sex drive. That you are here not because of sex drive. You see that? So that's I don't believe all things that Freud. So if you follow, that I try to explain to you about the right thoughts now. That means Lord Buddha said you have to go away from lust. If you follow your lust, and then what happens? You will create more problem. You will aggressive. You will violate the other living. You understand that, John?
Violate the other.
Yeah, violate the other being living. Because you
Violate the other living
being. Because sex that you get from materials, and then materials really limited, and then you will what? You will try to get it. When I say sex, not only human, that's all materials. That now in the world we call what? The world of consumer world. You see, that's sex also, from sex from your eating, sex from your sound. You understand that, John?
Or another word is desire.
Yes, desire, yeah.
Lust.
Uh-huh. This is why Buddhadasa said that you have to go away from materials. Materials. That means you don't slave to the material. You can use material as slave to you. That's different, right?
He mentioned in one talk with Shanikaro.
You see the three resolution of Buddhadasa. The last one that he mentioned about to withdraw from what the materials. Can you see in front of the monastery the three resolution of Buddhadasa?
Help other people. All religions.
Yeah. No. The last one, the three.
No, I haven't seen it in front of the monastery. There is written here on the entrance.
Over there, in front of you just walk on the way. You can see
It's written in English.
In English. The three resolution of Buddhadasa. You see, the same that I tried to mention about the right thoughts. See that? Okay? And then, come back to right speech. That the world make a lot of problem because of the speech. You know that even now I am talking that I don't know I create this the problem from my speech or not. You know the right speech. What is the right speech?
Right speech.
Right speech.
Right speech.
Yeah, right speech.
Yeah, is right speech is a speech which is not harming the other. Harming,
you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is not is how can you say is not harming the other and is true. Is a truth. I mean, it's not. Yeah.
Okay. Lord Buddha said, the right speech, number one, you have to say the truth. If not true, you don't say. Even you know the truth, but if that's not useful, you don't say it. Because some truth, when we say, you create problem, so you don't say it. So if you want to say, you have to have at least two things. Number one, it's true and useful. Even that thing useful, but not true, you don't say it. John. So many people, they want to get the benefit from the other. They say that word to get the what? The benefit by to get the benefit from that, even that thing not true. See that? So true and useful together. One true, two useful, three good words. Good words. That means polite or very what? Good words. Okay, good words. And four, you speak. You use that word at the right time.
Yeah.
The right time. And the last one, you speak from your loving kindness mind. 5 things. Can you remember, John?
Slowly, I probably not.
True, useful,
True, useful,
good word,
good words.
and
From third.
good word and
True.
right time,
Useful, good word.
and
right time.
and come from
Metta.
metta. Okay, loving kindness mind. If we say this, I think everything in the world will in peace. You see that? And again, we can say this, but if our mind still not peace, I think you cannot follow this knowledge. The knowledge just only knowledge, not wisdom at all. If you have that wisdom, that means you have been through that experience and you can use that knowledge. So knowledge and wisdom, that's different. John, can you explain to me again about knowledge and wisdom?
Knowledge and wisdom. Again, from what day? Today or
Today now.
knowledge and wisdom?
How different is knowledge and wisdom?
Knowledge does not. Knowledge does not contain.
Where
Knowledge.
where can you get the knowledge? Where can you find the knowledge? You see,
Because
we have problem about the words when we mention about knowledge. We can go many ways.
Because wisdom can be knowledge. So I have to kind of think, what do you mean? What's the specific meaning of knowledge? As in Dhamma language? Because
knowledge, where did you get the knowledge? When you listen from teaching, you can listen from teaching, that's knowledge. You can read from the book, that's knowledge. You see? You read from the book, you listen from the speaker, that's knowledge. And then if you use that knowledge to practice, when you practice, and then you will get the wisdom. That means you have used that knowledge to practice until you have that experience, and then you will have problem, and you will have wisdom, and then you can solve the problem. Like I told you about my friend from Australia, you remember?
Rama?
My friend from Australia, and he came to Thailand, and he asked me about the taste of spicy.
I don't think you told me.
And I never say that.
No. Not yet.
He came to me and he asked me what is the taste of the spices of the chili, chili, Thai chili, Thai chili. And then I told him it's hot and and spices. That he has knowledge already. He knows that Thai chili is hot and spicy. That's the knowledge. But he doesn't have wisdom. So he will ask more questions. He asks more. What is taste like? It's hot. What is hot like? John, can you tell him? And he keeps silent and he thinks, oh, it's all like mustard. You know mustard?
Mustard?
Yeah. The yellow one that you put in the salad. I said, no, Thai chili is not hot like that. And then how you know it? So I give chili to him. When he got chili, he chewed. The first one, he still keep quiet. But the second one, he opened it. But the last one, going like this. He said, oh, and he said, oh, it's hot like this. And then no more question. That's the wisdom. So we said, Lord Buddha never asked anyone any question because he has knowledge and wisdom. That means he has knowledge and experience. So if you don't have wisdom, you still have more question. When you have wisdom, no more question. Because you know already. How you explain about what the Thai chili taste? Except you take it. See that? So that's the wisdom. Viola?
Yes.
It's clear, you see that? So when we talk about meditation or every step, if we have different experience, maybe we understand in different way. See that? So, experience very important.
Yeah, because otherwise we cannot eliminate the doubt.
Yeah, right. The doubt. That's the problem. Because you're not sure. So you will have so many questions more and more. What is it? What is it? And then when you have been through that experience, no more question. John, okay? Very clear? So
What does it mean through experience?
you practice on it. You take it. You do it.
And doubt sometimes.
Doubt that's not so that we say that Buddhism is practice, not knowledge. So now that we are trying to talking here, we try to guide to practice. If the knowledge that we have, if we don't bring to practice, that's useless of knowledge. So I try to conclude in 3 sentences. Number 1, theory. You know theory?
Yeah, theory.
Theory without practice is useless.
Theory.
Right? Theory without practice is useless. Practice without theory is dangerous. Maybe you will die because you go to the wrong way. John, the last one, that's the best. Right theories and right practice, that's useful. Very clear? So now, today that we try to discuss, because we would like to bring to practice. So the practice that Lord Buddha point to the Eightfold Paths. The Dhamma, that to get rid of suffering. So the right Eightfold Path that will bring us out of the suffering. Start from right view, right thoughts, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. And then if you have done this perfect, you will get 2 more rights. You will have the right wisdom, and then you will get free, that we call vimutti. I think you heard this word.
What's it? Say it again.
Vimutti.
We.
Vimutti.
Very good.
Vimutti, this means you get free from it.
Yeah, is vimutti is before nirodha.
Yeah.
Before.
No, after.
After.
Vimutti, get free. That means like you go to the toilet, after you take your waste out, and then you clean everything, that means vimutti, no more. You finish it.
Vimutti. It's a Pali word.
Pali. So, in Pali, I would like to say to you, maybe with your ears been familiar with it. Number 1, Sammatiti. Sammatiti, that means right view. Samma Sankappo, that right thoughts. Samma Vacha, that means right speech. Samma Kammanto, that means right conduct. Samma Achivo, that right livelihood. Samma Vayamo, that right effort. Okay, I would like to ask you a little bit about right effort. What does you mean when you say about right effort? How to work on it? Right effort, that for your mind, not for the body and the speech. So we say about 3 things about body, speech, and mind. Body, that's conduct, and speech, that's for the words that we say, that we speak. You see, and about the mind, the 3 things about right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. You see, three things. So what is the right effort? That means you effort to stop the bad thing that you have done before. Stop. And the second one, first stop. You have to know what is bad, what is wrong or bad thing. You have to stop. That at the beginning you have to know what is wrong. Like you smoke cigarette. I think you want to stop smoking. You see that you stop the wrong thing or the bad thing for you, or the bad manner that you have done to the other people. You have to stop. And number two, prevent the bad habit happen again. Stop the bad habits that you have done before, and then you prevent the bad habit will happen again. Number two. Number three, that the right effort. Number three, you try to make the new habits, that the right habits, the good habits. And number four, you develop the right habits until perfect. That's the right effort.
But the right effort is also meditation, in the sense because also the meditation we have to keep in mind, we have to make some effort, because in meditation, during practicing also meditation.
But here the meaning that Lord Buddha explained about right effort, that means the effort from the mind, not effort from outside.
Yeah, from the mind,
That means what the bad habits that happen from the mind. You have to develop your mind. That means in four stage. First stage, to stop the bad habits. 2, prevent the bad habits. 3, build the good habits. And 4, develop the good habit until perfect. See, that's right effort. See? And about the right mindfulness, it has only 2 things. Let Lord Buddha say in 4 tetrads that we mentioned yesterday. You remember? 4 tetrads, that body, feelings, mind, and
Consciousness.
truth of nature, life and nature. 3 things that we call in Pali Kaya,
Kaya,
Vedana,
Vedana, Chitta,
Chitta, and Dhamma. You remember? These 4 things. John? Kaya, that means body.
Kaya.
Kaya, body.
Kaya.
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ka.
K.
Kaya. Kaya, body. Vedana, feelings.
Vedana, feeling.
Feelings. Chitta, mind.
Chitta.
Mind.
Mind.
And Dhamma, that's the truth of life and nature.
Dhamma. Truth
Dhamma,
of life.
truth of life and nature.
Truth of life and nature.
The Dhamma. Truth of life, when we say about truth of life, we have to think about anicca,
Anatta,
dukkha,
and
anatta. That's
Oh,
nothing. Yeah.
Dhamma or Dhamma.
Dhamma. Dhamma. Okay? Very clear?
There's a lot of information there.
Uh-huh.
Take time to map.
Mhm. So that's right 8 paths that for practice. Lord Buddha said, if you take me as your good friends, we call in Pali Kalyana Mitta. Did you heard about this word? Kalyana Mitta, this means good friends. If you take me as a good friend, you will reach immortal life. And what is Kalyana Mitta? When Lord Buddha said, Kalyana Mitta is the 8 paths. So Lord Buddha means 8 paths. So you have to follow 8 paths. You have to practice in your life and living. See that? And then you will reach what? Reach
Nibbana.
immortal life.
Now.
Now, and then you see, when I say about the mindfulness, right mindfulness, that means only two things that I mentioned earlier. Number one, you have to get free from positive and negative. All. Kaya, Lord Buddha said, you practice until you get free from positive and negative. Vedana or feeling, you have to get free from positive and negative. Chitta, you have to get free from positive and negative. Dhamma, you get free from positive and negative. Only two things. So that means you stay where? Nirvana as neutral all the time. So I would like to say in Pali, maybe you can hear, for you familiar with your ears. He said, Ita pikave pikku, Ita pikave pikku. That means he talked to the people, and he said, Kaya, I forget it. See, okay, I forget it. And the last part is very important. He said, you see, that's my brain not very good now. Normally I remember all, but now it's blank.
Take it.
Atapi sampachano satima. Because we speak in English now, my brain go back to Thai very hard, to Bali. Atapi sampachano satima. Vinaya loke apicha to manasang. You see, that means you have to try to practice until you can get away from positive and negative. That's even Gaya, the body. When you practice the body, that means the first teacher. You have to try to get away from positive and negative.
Because if we go away from positive and negative, we are out of suffering.
Yeah, right.
Of desire, craving.
That's the peaceful mind. That means your mind get free from all. You get free from all. Because that we mentioned about the context. We cannot go away from the context. Our eyes have to see the sights, our ear have to hear the sound. You see, we cannot go away from the context. So you have to get free from all context. But you use context for information. Can you get that, John?
Yeah.
You can get you can have context to get information only. You don't create anything. And the problem that we say because of the brain. The brain is the one who thinking and make many story and create so many problems. And the mind, if the mind is slave to the nervous system, and then the mind will follow the brain, and then the mind will have suffering. If the mind get free from the brain, but get information from the brain and make decision how to do your duty, and then no problem. And you get that? I think about the time now, it's 5 o'clock. Do you have any questions? Thank you for coming, and very good. I try very hard, but sometimes my brain stop because when we shift from this language to the other language.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you.
So we have to practice.
Yes, that's right. I practice now. When we say practice, in Zen Buddhism, that means every movement you have to practice. Practice, that means you do the rights. Okay?
Do the
The rights.
rights.
Yeah.
R-I-T-E.
R-I-G-H-T. Rights.
R-I-T-E-S.
RIGST.
Right.
Eightfold
Right.
path.
Yeah, right. Maybe my accent not very clear. Okay.
And if it's possible, I wish next time know about, realize about meditation practice.
Yeah, next time we will talking about meditation again, about anapanasati.
Yes.
Okay,
Doing or talking?
doing
And anapanasati is
No.
meaning breathe out,
practice.
breathe out.
No, talking. You can talk many days.
Because you did say talking about meditation.
No.
Hang on.
Just talk for practice. That is say, theories lead to practice. If theory without practice, that's useless. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
And I had never heard this before actually. And practice without theory is dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous, John. Really. If you follow the wrong theories, then you maybe you die.
Yeah, because I can say an example. Because yesterday you were talking about to do this meditation course
Yeah.
to meditate on the dead body. Okay, which is a practice that they do in this part of Asia, no? In Thailand, in Myanmar, they do this practice, no? Especially when they have to get rid of desire of so sexual desire and this kind of thing. So so they go in cemetery or they stay and go to contemplate by.
They will go to the hospital now. At the hospital, that they open the dead body. In Bangkok, that's so many monks from here. They went to Bangkok and then they observe when they open.
They observe.
Yeah, they observe.
And they meditate also. They observe or they meditate.
Observe.
Just observe.
Observe, and then during the observe that you concentrate on observation.
Yeah, so I heard that actually example, somebody told me about example that somebody wanted to do this by himself, a meditator, and he didn't want to follow any kind of theory or any kind of teaching of some teacher. So, and he stayed alone with this dead body in front of him, and after some time, actually he got a bit mad. Yeah, mad. Because if you don't know how to, because it's quite a difficult practice.
can happen that.
Yeah.
And because you observe the dead body in Lord Buddha time, so many monks will kill himself or committed suicide. You know that, John?
Why?
Committed suicide because you observe the dead body.
Oh.
In Buddha time, they record.
They committed suicide.
Yeah. Because that's useless. That you look outside and you look at yourself. That's
I
you.
have a background as an artist, and
After that, Lord Buddha make the precept that if you kill, that you are very bad, no more. That means you get out from the monkhood.
Is it? Sorry, are you talking about meditating on a dead body or killing someone?
After you observe, and then when you do meditation, you will bring that your experience to your mind.
Of the decay.
Yeah.
And when your mind.
And if you don't have a kind of, somebody has to teach you how to do it, because if you don't know how to do it, you can get out of mind.
I don't know what happened here. That so many monks came here and he killed himself or committed suicide. At the Dhamma hall.
Oh yeah, when?
Yeah.
Dhamma hall?
About 5 years ago. Yeah.
5
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
very simple. You just put what the rope all here, and then you use what a chair, and then you just place the chair out, and then you.
Many?
I have seen two.
Two.
In 10 years that I am here. In 10 years that I am here, that I have seen 2 months. I said, oh, you finish. That's very simple, very easy. You see, the life just very simple. When you want to kill yourself.
Well, because it depends. Because some people they can get mad also. No?
Maybe we don't know the background, what happened.
Yeah, the background.
We
also.
don't know.
It's very important.
Yeah, but Buddhadasa don't want to do this way. He just present anapanasati with that mindfulness with breathing. There's no problem at all.
Yes.
You see. So about the corpse or the dead body, that's very dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
then
Thank you so much.
I don't know that you can learn or anything that they try
They
very
do
hard.
it more in Burma. In Myanmar, they do this practice.
Oh yes, right.
Because in the monastery, you can see the skeleton. Every time you can see a skeleton. They put a skeleton.
But now it's very easy. You can see from from the internet.
There's a skeleton in
Yeah.
the Dhamma hall here.
All the customs that are in the Dhamma hall,
Yeah.
you can go and see it.
The skeleton is different
Where is the Dhamma hall?
to a corpse.
Yeah.
Where is the
Or
Dhamma
Kadeva.
hall?
Dhamma hall, you just walk through the information. You walk through information, and then before you reach your dorm.
Two skills.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
this place.
Which one?
Before to reach the main dormitory.
Well, maybe I come with you. now.
You can go and you can observe.
Yeah.
We have the 3 skeletons that are boy, man, and woman. 3.
I never seen it because I never been there.
Okay.
I was thinking.
You can go and see now.
There is no Dhamma hall here.
Yeah, you can go and see now. You have time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so
See you tomorrow, huh? Yeah. You see, she is very good ladies.
Okay.
Okay, John.
May I have also your
Oh yes.
phone number?
Phone. Okay.
Okay.
My phone number. 0.
No, but you have also WhatsApp or not? WhatsApp?
I have it.
Line.
I have it, but
Line.
I never use it. But I have an application.
you never
WhatsApp.
use it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, if you load lines, and then you can contact me.
line is, yeah. So what's your name again?
Marut. MARUT. John.
Marut.
MARUT. Marut. Metiko. MAETIKO. My phone number 088 270
Yes.
6. Wait. So 6503. 03.
0882706503503.
Oh yeah, perfect.